The UFC's first pay-per-view of 2022 will see the worldwide MMA leader return to the Golden State.
Anaheim, California, USA. The UFC's heavyweight championship will be on the line.
It's as big as it gets for the heavyweight division.
With the baddest man on the planet as its main attraction.
This man is a tremendous athlete.
A savage, okay?
Bad, bad man.
We have a 1 in a million human being in Francis Ngannou,
I'm a bad, bad
who has just lit this division on fire.
Absolutely sensational.
He just puts you in a firefight that you can't win. He's got a bazooka and you just have a gun.
I was made to be
But the UFC heavyweight belt around the waist of powerful champion Francis Ngannou is a dispute.
It's the most important title in all of combat sports. That's the baddest man on earth.
Standing before him on January 22nd will be the undefeated interim king.
Ciryl Gane has become one of the best heavyweights in MMA very expeditiously.
His crafty kickboxing and unique familiarity with his former sparring partner make Paris's Ciryl Gane a daunting threat to Ngannou's throne.
He moves like a welterweight. The speed, the elusiveness, so dynamic, and that's what really sets him apart.
Ciryl breaks you down strategically until you don't want to be in there with him anymore.
You have his strength, but I have mine, and I can do very well against this type of fighting.
I'm a bad, bad man. I was made to be.
Oh, nice jab.
Two shots from Gane. Lewis covers up. And total domination on the road tonight.
Dude's a real problem for Francis Ngannou.
Oh my goodness.
Gane flattens Junior Dos Santos.
We have a man who knows him as well as any man. A man who trained with him.
I've beaten that before, and I will beat that January 22nd.
The world is Francis Ngannou's oyster. He just has to go collect in what is going to be the toughest fight of his career.
Before champions collide to determine the undisputed heavyweight king, it's another rivalry in the co-main event and another title on the line.
This fight is going to be absolutely sick.
The first Mexican-born UFC champion, Brandon Moreno,
Excellent skills by Moreno. The assassin baby going for the kill.
will square off with former champ Davison Figueiredo for a third time.
I was made to be.
Wow, big cut it down. Davison Figueiredo wins it.
That is it.
Following a thriller that ended in a draw.
Oh my goodness, this is a crazy fight.
And a rematch that ended convincingly.
Looks like it's on. Brandon Moreno is the undisputed UFC flyweight champion.
To determine the true king at 125 pounds.
The trilogy shall be done for all the flyweight marbles.
The stories that lead us to Anaheim are extraordinary.
The heat is great, but the fight itself, when we get to Anaheim, is going to be bananas.
So get ready for an inside look like never before.
And new.
This is UFC 270
I was made to be king.
Countdown. On January 22nd, two title holders from Paris, France, will compete for the right to be called undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. But the stories of interim champ Ciryl Gane and reigning king Francis Ngannou are particularly intriguing. So they are best told from the beginning.
My first experience on MMA, I remember I went to this gym and I met Fernand and we started training there.
T'es trop près. Voilà, là on est bon. Oui, t'attends le retour du sac vers ta jambe. Told me that he wanted to be a professional boxer, and I said, I don't think that's the good path for you.
At that time, I was homeless, but he was so excited about me doing something in MMA.
T'es en train d'observer, double jab. Voilà. T'as recommencé propre, sans forcer. I grew up in Cameroon, just like him. So I knew to get out of your poverty, to become someone is to go buy the MMA.
At the MMA Factory gym with head coach Fernand Lopez, Ngannou learned quickly and became one of the hottest prospects in UFC heavyweight history.
Well, you talk about a fighter who is all the rage at present. Enter Francis Ngannou.
Got everything going for him, and a lot of people believe that this is the future.
But with financial success came the temptation to leave France entirely.
Francis said, Coach, I love America.
This guy is picking up skills and techniques with lightning speed.
That was the dream since day one. I mean, even before leaving Cameroon, if I had a choice, the place that I would have been was the US.
And I said, well, that's good for you, but I'm not going to live in America. Oh! I have all my life here in France. I have kids, I have gyms. So I will not go with you, but I will help you to go there.
Where he trained in Paris was a very well-rounded gym, but looking to move to America, said his skill set can continue to grow.
So I was like, okay, Vegas is a place that I can potentially have an MMA sparring partner. My only regret on that is when I left France, I didn't really leave France.
They're bringing in guys from the Paris national team wrestling. They're having a hard time just finding people who can sustain training camps with this man.
Ngannou began splitting time between Paris and Las Vegas,
Good push.
which made training camps challenging.
Ngannou's still a developing fighter.
And consistent success in the octagon unsustainable.
Now everyone wants a piece of the man who tonight will try to become the UFC's first African-born champ. Beautiful time takedown. And he gets Ngannou down again. Well, it's been a whirlwind for Francis Ngannou. Went back to Paris, France for several weeks.
It's one of those things you always wonder, how is a fighter going to come back from his first real defeat? And there's only so much you can learn in 5 years.
I think Derek Lewis could win this fight.
Oh, he's going to win this fight. As little as he's doing more.
We'll see if Ngannou can return to the form that literally lit this division on fire over the last 2 years.
Ngannou's first UFC defeats came when Cyril Gane entered the fray.
I was born in La Roche-sur-Yon in the west side of France. This is a quiet place.
Voilà, tu viens là, tranquille. Pour t'équiper sur l'hiver, comme ça tu vas pouvoir être au chaud.
I live La Roche-sur-Yon to Paris, started with the Muay Thai.
Vos applaudissements, Cyril Gane.
Simple, crochet du gauche et le jab qui passe. Un peu de déchet.
C'est pas mal, c'est pas mal.
I did 14 fights, 14 wins.
Cyril Gane. Et celle-ci.
And after 3 years, I switched to the MMA because everybody know you have more money in MMA. I met with Fernand Lopez and he said, yes, let's go, you can train.
Really, I think about his potential. Limited experience thus far in mixed martial arts. Every time he steps in there, we know he's getting better.
TKO heavyweight champion.
Works with Fernand Lopez.
He went in my gym because he was looking for sparring.
Cyril Gane trying to close out the show.
In the MMA Factory, you have a really great sparring partner in every division.
That is a scary heavyweight.
Wrestler, striker, you have a lot of Russian guy, a lot of African guy too.
I didn't know him before. We never met before. And I noticed that he was pretty good. He has a really good kickboxing, very good footwork for the guy of his side.
Sparring with Francis, the first impression is like, wow, this guy is really strong.
They were sparring, and Cyril was touching Francis with whatever he wanted to touch him. Knee, elbow, everything.
At this moment, he was in the top 5, so for me, it was good for the confidence.
I said, they will fight each other. I know that will happen.
Cyril Gane's introduction coincided with Ngannou's consecutive losses and hybrid training camps between France and America, when his fractured partnership with Fernand Lopez was already close to its breaking point.
2 losses, he just went back in France and said, oh, can you help me? How can we do to work together?
How did he get to the top? What was that concoction?
And I said, if you want to make that happen, you listen what I'm saying. You follow the game plan. You follow the conditioning training. And he said, I'm ready to follow all that.
He's gone back and it's time to rebuild. He returned to those guys right there, Fernand Lopez, to rediscover his roots.
We went in Beijing, China. We won the fight.
Oh! Over the top with the right hand!
That's it! He's back!
And here comes the bad Francis again. Went back in America and started again to do whatever he wanted doing.
And he has a completely different camp. He does a completely different style of training than he did before.
And it's working for him.
Oh, he got hurt. That's it. Ngannou closes the show.
But I said, I don't want to work with you anymore.
He was in Paris, France. He now resides in Las Vegas.
Fernand and I, we had our ups and downs. We always do since day one. We always disagree on stuff.
And now he's moved on in his whole mindset, his whole demeanor, everything about him has changed.
But he has his dream, I have my own, so I move on.
Oh! Dos Santos in a world of pain! Francis Ngannou! Too much!
With Ngannou gone for good,
Push.
Lopez shifted his focus to the next great heavyweight prospect from Paris.
Well, it only took 3 pro MMA fights to put French heavyweight Cyril Gane on the UFC radar. Highly thought of as a big-time prospect in this division.
Francis left the MMA factory, but if he stay, what's happening, I don't know exactly.
Really is being spoken very high regard by those around him, and that's the same team that brought you Francis Ngannou.
Fighting out of Paris, France!
Probably a big situation here.
Do not blink, folks.
Here's the undefeated heavyweight fighting out of Paris, France, Cyril Gane.
Do not blink, folks. Cyril Gane, highly thought of as a big-time prospect in this division.
When UFC interim heavyweight champion Cyril Gane debuted in the promotion,
Look at that. Just tosses him aside.
he caught the world's attention with a level of speed and finesse rarely seen in his division,
He's just got everything you look for.
and also displayed a noticeably high fight IQ.
Gane, beautiful head movement.
Cyril Gane is a computer.
He moves like a welterweight, flying knees. You don't see that from heavyweights.
When he find that distance that he have to keep with you, he will start to collect the data.
For a heavyweight, he's so slick the way he moves.
How fast you're going,
The speed in and out.
how good you're moving,
Gane, he's mixing it up well.
everything. And after that, he starts to pick you apart.
The punching power that he possesses.
Oh, the power in this man's hands is absolutely terrifying.
I can see everything with my eyes. I can understand after that.
Beautiful, snappy hands. That's a high-level striker, folks.
In this division, I got the best footwork.
Gane just constantly switching stances, showing that movement.
I'm well-rounded.
So dynamic, and that's what really sets him apart.
Can finish the fight on my feet,
Cyril Gane flattens Junior Dos Santos.
but I'm in the ground game too.
Oh, and there's a tap!
He's looking for the heel hook. No way! Cyril Gane!
Everything is possible with me.
The cerebral aptitude Gane pairs with his physical gifts is a recipe for success that champion Francis Ngannou possesses as well. And Ngannou attributes constant mental growth to his adopted head coach, Eric Nixick.
I met Eric Nixick first time when I came in Vegas, and he was always nice, like trying to welcome.
Good idea. Love it, kid.
good idea. Work time, we're on. Let's go.
The thing that I noticed was the energy that we have there. I felt good.
Good, let's get that left arm in the pry. Beautiful, let's set up heavy. Keep that head pinned to the cage, left arm damage.
I wasn't fighting anybody in my team. I was just in peace.
Good adjustments.
Tim.
Huh? Okay. Give me one more good round. I'm done with today.
And believe me, you can fight when your mind is ready.
You saw it right away that Francis Ngannou was going to be a problem. And maybe he got to his title fight a little early, right? Maybe he wasn't ready at the time.
Love it, good idea. Good idea.
But now he seems to be more than ready. He's better. He has learned to set traps in the octagon.
Beautiful.
He seems to be training harder.
And still learning and still growing. He's got a great camp behind him. They're fully dedicated to providing him with the technical skills to go along with that freak power.
Good wizard. Circle, circle off that cage. My man.
We'll see if he can potentially secure another title shot with a win here tonight.
You go fight like that, there ain't a gonna stop you.
Oh, that's it. It's over.
Rosenstrike is out. Ngannou
Out cold. Out cold.
this fourth consecutive vicious first-round knockout.
You're starting to see the completed version of Francis. And when he lands, it's good night.
Eric Nixick, Dewey Cooper, all the people at Extreme Couture, they prepared him for exactly the challenges that he faced in the first fight. He's a much better fighter than he was then, but I also believe Stipe Miocic is a better version of that phenomenal champion that he faced in 2018.
Wow, that was much improved defense by Francis Ngannou.
And then back to being patient.
Heavy, 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 get to the back. Good, nice, now we go.
That's big, that's a big improvement.
You having some fun or what? There we go, there we go.
Oh, it's done.
Knockdown for Ngannou. Stipe back to his feet, eats another uppercut. Nice counter right from Miocic. Who's knocked down? Francis Ngannou can finally call himself the greatest heavyweight in the world.
Hey, that's it.
The young man showed massive improvement. He showed a patience that we did not see before.
Yeah, you gotta credit those coaches, Eric Nixick, chief among them.
Ngannou would right the wrongs of his first championship experience and seize UFC gold, which warranted a worldwide victory tour fit for a king.
Francis Ngannou, when he won the heavyweight title, he needed to go to Cameroon and celebrate with his people.
But his celebratory hiatus dragged on long enough to cause delays and disputes around his first title defense.
I think the UFC has big plans for him. I think they get very excited. They want to book the big fights. And Francis kind of telling them no.
I don't know what's going on with Francis.
Who knows what the hell's going on? All I know is Francis ain't fighting.
You don't want to fight? No problem. Fly around the world, go on vacations, and do whatever the hell you want to do. And when you're ready to fight, we'll be here.
Cyril Gane has delivered each step of the way, keeping his undefeated record intact.
If he can beat Alexander Volkov, he puts himself in position as the #3 guy in the world looking at a title fight.
High stakes. Perhaps a fight for the belt is on the horizon.
Amidst ongoing negotiations, Cyril Gane would extend his undefeated streak.
Oof, the speed of Gane.
He's fast, man, athletic.
So incredible.
Oh, that uppercut landed. Nobody has been able to solve this puzzle.
Cyril Gane!
Making him the front runner to compete for an interim title. Introduced in the absence of a resolution to Ngannou's uncertain return.
Derek Lewis will face Cyril Gane in an interim heavyweight title fight.
Francis will fight the winner of this.
The next step would be probably your former training partner, Francis Ngannou.
Exactly. But I'm really focused on Derek Lewis at the moment.
Now live from the Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas, it is time for the main event for UFC 265.
You seem very prepared for the moment.
I have my man, Fernando Lopez, and he prepared me for that.
We are ready. There are people saying that they don't know, they need money. We are ready right now. If you just call, we are ready. And that's what happened.
UFC title fight, and the interim heavyweight championship is on the line. Cyril Gane trying to break through for France.
This is back to blow your mind.
He has become one of the best heavyweights in MMA.
But let me warn you one last time.
We fought in the headline against Derek Lewis in Houston for the interim title. And the fight was like we predicted.
So here he is, the #2 ranked UFC heavyweight contender and this division's most decorated knockout artist all time.
If I'm Francis Ngannou with this team right now, I am game planning.
Gane looks very calm.
He's so fast, man. That is the issue that a lot of these guys are having problems with. He's such a great athlete.
I've got you under my spell tonight.
It's not like Cyril's just touching him. He's blasting him. These big, strong, hard-hitting heavyweights are having a difficult time catching up to him.
The fight went as we planned it. I knew that would be a masterclass.
Time that you found out that I'm gonna get my way. Gonna light it up.
Huge shots from Gane on the cusp of a world title. Under a minute to go in the round, Lewis goes down.
Oh, he's hurt. It's over.
And that is it. France has a UFC champion.
Then I'll strike you down.
Cyril Gane, the interim UFC heavyweight champion. Total domination.
I was happy, of course. I was very happy.
What's the message that you have for the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou?
Just let's go. But everybody knows if you want to be the world champion, you need to beat the champion.
We finally get an opportunity to see this fight, which is now 2 champions. A grudge match because Francis Ngannou left that camp, and now Cyril Gane is the star of that camp.
It's official. Francis Ngannou, undisputed champion. He's taking on interim champion Cyril Gane, UFC 270.
At the end of the day, I'm the champ. For UFC 270, everything stayed the same. The champ remained the champ. Good knockout and go back home with the belt.
Sometimes good people do bad things.
When UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou is not visiting his African homeland, he can be found in the fight capital of the world. And although he is settled in as a Las Vegas local,
Not much. How are you, sir? Good?
Yeah, good. Ngannou still has to balance the schedule of a superstar.
I've been here for 4 years and a half now. Since day one, I felt home. Now we are going to Mount Justin. I want to look at house there. It's going to be a good place to refresh, recovering. I mean, it's good to be champ. It's great, and I enjoy that. But it's also good to just be a man every day, just have a normal life.
How you spell my name right?
Oh, we made sure.
Just want to be like a guy from the town, you know, everything in the community, just having fun.
Hey, Golden Knight fan. This is the Predator. I'm in the Fortress. We support the home team tonight. Golden Knight, go!
The Golden Knight is a hometown team, and I never been a fan of hockey until I went there like a hockey game, and it was so exciting.
You never know who's going to just stroll by in Section 117. Here's Francis Ngannou, the UFC heavyweight champion. Nice belt. You carry that thing everywhere you go?
No, really.
No?
You know, it's pretty heavy.
Congratulations, champ. Have a great time.
Title comes with a lot of things, and it's tough because it's a lot of things in your plate. But you enjoy it as much as you can because you never know how long those moments last.
much, man.
Thank you.
Taylor, well
Nice
done.
to meet
Enjoy
you.
the game.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
The life of a champion is an experience that Ngannou shares with his next opponent. And the fruits of labor for interim champ Cyril Gane and head coach Fernand Lopez come in the form of a brand new training facility.
This is the new facility, MMA Factory in Paris. Here you have a huge cage, just like the one in the UFC. This place is where the combat sport is working, with a big size ring for the kickboxing, Muay Thai, everything. And here you have the big space for the conditioning. This is where we're preparing the UFC 270.
The timing is perfect because MMA was just legalized in my country. So more and more you're gonna see in France this type of gym. The real institute, like specifically for the MMA. And yes, we're gonna see a lot of stars in my country. And maybe I'm gonna bring the UFC in Paris.
In the months since these homegrown heavyweights of France were booked to face one another at UFC 270,
He's moving into a crucifix position.
tension has permeated.
Oh
He's
my
got to
goodness.
keep up.
That'll
That's
do it.
it. That's it.
Nassourdini Bobov. Welcome to the rankings.
With recent encounters adding fuel to the embers of a budding rivalry.
I do not have any problem with Gane, but he was with Fernand, which lately been trying some nasty stuff.
When people will realize who is Francis Ngannou, they will get shocked. This is not a good guy. We spent like 5 years together. When you become someone, help people. Being your coach means that I have to bring the truth. If I feel like you have a ego problem, I say you have an ego problem. If you don't like it, no problem. We cannot work anymore together.
We've already seen some footage of them guys duking it out in the sparring in the gym.
You know what's crazy here? Cyril Gane just elbowed Francis in the face. They're in practice.
This video came out, but they also have some video that the Syrian getting knocked down in the sparring.
They came up on the scene together. They were main sparring partners. They got a feel for each other.
I'm sure they get that video, but they didn't send out. They might think they know more than they really know. But I have grown a lot in the past 3 years.
3, 2. He is finally becoming a full mixed martial artist. He has taken the time to really fill in the gaps. He has done so many things to try to improve who Francis Ngannou is as a mixed martial artist.
I am familiar with them. They are not familiar with me.
Francis Ngannou did improve. But if there's someone who can make him miss, that's Cyril Gane.
If I'm Francis Ngannou and his team right now, I am game planning because we've never seen anything like this before. They knew that at some point, Cyril would be in this position, challenging for a championship.
The footwork, the speed, precision, the cardio.
With his evasiveness, his striking ability, his movement.
Every fight, I bring this in the cage.
But the next time they fight, they're not gonna be sparring. It's gonna be a brawl.
1, go. There you go.
There's only one way to go for Francis Ngannou.
Keep pushing. Nope.
Is to rely on the power. If you don't, you will get humiliated.
On January 22nd in Anaheim, California, former training partners turned rivals and champions will go toe-to-toe for undisputed heavyweight supremacy.
There we go, Francis. Keep pushing. He's right there.
I know, and he knows.
Oh!
There's only one thing who can happen if I connect him.
Oh! Out cold. All the way to that last beat. Push, push.
Knock him out.
Francis Ngannou would appear to have a real challenge on his hands.
UFC 270.
He's a problem for them all.
Total domination on the road tonight.
I'm gonna win. You're gonna see my hands up.
Vying to become the first Mexican-born and raised UFC champion, enter Brandon Moreno.
This man can stand and fight and trade and grapple and do everything with everybody. And he's going to go head first at Deiveson Figueiredo like no one has done before.
The story of UFC 270's co-main event.
But Deiveson Figueiredo is something special. He can submit you. He can knock you out.
Began with a short-notice flyweight title bout in December of 2020.
Deiveson Figueiredo, 3 short weeks after needing less than 2 minutes to submit Alex Perez.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, guillotine. Oh,
my goodness.
He makes the quickest championship turnaround in UFC history.
Between Mexico's Brandon Moreno and then champion Deiveson Figueiredo.
You can expect a crazy pace from these flyweights.
Opens up with a spinning back kick to the body. Figueiredo is making it known that he's down to brawl. Oh, Moreno tagged him. This kid is game.
Whoa!
What a pace this fight is being fought at.
Body shot.
My God.
Oh, big elbow from Figueiredo, and Moreno counters like it's nothing. Head kick.
Moreno! Oh,
nice uppercut.
That uppercut.
This fight is so close.
And so wild.
Figueiredo's wobbled.
Oh, he's hurt.
Reopen the fight of the year.
Oh, nice shot by the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is a majority draw, and still
the Although concluding in a draw, Figueiredo exited the title bout with Moreno the same way he entered. A UFC flyweight champion.
Bora.
A Brazilian hero.
Bora. Obrigado. Valeu, meu irmão. Eu creio que eu nasci para dar atenção à mídia.
Senhores, recebendo hoje o Deiveson Figueiredo, o Deus da Guerra, o nosso campeão mundial do UFC, do Brasil e do Pará.
Segura. Vai. Vai, ocupa o obstáculo. Ganha, ganha, ganha. Boa. Oi, mãe.
Oi, meu filho. Que saudade.
Sou um lutador aí que muitos jovens estão se espelhando em mim hoje em dia.
Como é que tá? Beleza? Tudo bem?
Por eu ser esse cara agressivo, esse cara talentoso. Você vai ser lutador também, vai? Vai. Então fala. Sim! O cara que trouxe cinturão pra Souri, pro Brasil. Dá um abraço, dá um abraço. Um abraço. Você pode ter certeza que isso me motiva muito mais.
Like Figueiredo, Brandon Moreno is a hero to his country and hoped to become the first Mexican-born UFC champion.
Hermano, un gusto. ¿Cómo estás?
Mucho gusto.
Jefa, por favor.
In the immediate rematch with Figueiredo.
We've got a co-main event that's also a rematch. The best flyweight fight of all time, without a doubt.
Brandon, you can be the first Mexican-born and raised UFC champion. How this big responsibility and beautiful pressure affect you?
I have the correct mindset to believe in myself, you know? If I get the title, the sport in my country, in Mexico, can grow up a lot.
You win this fight, you're gonna blow up in Mexico.
Yeah! I just wanna be the next flyweight champion for my Mexican people, for me, for my family, for everyone. It's a huge responsibility. Sometimes I feel all the weight of my country in my shoulders. Mira esto, mira esto. But I think the Mexicans need that kind of inspiration.
Glendale, Arizona. This is UFC 263, proudly repping Tijuana, Mexico. Here is the #1 ranked flyweight contender, Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno can effectively change his life forever tonight. if he can break through and become the first Mexican-born UFC champion and solve this Davis and Figueiredo puzzle once and for all.
In the second fight, the energy in the arena that night was magical, man. I remember I went to the center of the octagon and I started to watch all the people around the arena. They're screaming my name, the Mexican flags around.
Neither man has ever been finished as a pro. We knew walking out of that arena last December, Joe, that we needed to see this one again. 6 months later, it shall be done for all the flyweight marbles.
Moreno looking very sharp and very focused right off the bat. Figueiredo has yet to pull the trigger.
Oh! He dropped it!
Oh my goodness, perfectly placed left hand.
Stop!
Dos arriba, Brandon. Excelente trabajo. Si estamos arriba de él, pégale más, por favor. Está cansado, Brandon.
¡Eres el mejor! All right, gentlemen. Third round. Let it fight.
Round 3 of a possible 5.
And this is getting really interesting right now because Figueiredo, in my eyes, is down 2 rounds.
Styles make fights. These guys just feel like they were meant to fight several times. Act 2 here tonight. Nice stick and move by the assassin, baby.
Oh, look at
right
this.
Hand. Takedown.
Brandon Moreno gets him down.
Little
He
high.
gets the back. He's got the hooks. Oh, my goodness.
In that moment, I had like 10 years chasing that dream, right? Like, I want to be the best in someday, you know, and...
Look at this, he's under the 10! He's under
That's
the 10!
tight. That's tight.
Oh my God, he's got it! He's got it!
He's still fighting.
And I did it.
Looks like
He's got it! Brandon Moreno has done it!
He won!
Brandon Moreno!
You have a champion! Brandon Moreno is the undisputed UFC flyweight champion!
Wow! Wow!
He did it!
He did it! Oh my goodness!
Mexico! You got one!
Now it's sitting in!
Yeah.
And now it finally hit him.
Wow, and so impressive.
Look how happy that man is. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Brandon, can you believe this?
Man, I worked so hard for this, man. Soy un chamaco de México que empezó esto nada más por amor. I started this for love, man. And watch me now. I'm so happy. ¡Viva México! ¡Viva México! Yo vengo de un país en el cual muchas veces usamos el sí se puede, y a veces no lo logramos. ¡Pero hoy se pudo! ¡Hoy se pudo! ¡Hoy sí se pudo!
Brandon, you are not just the UFC flyweight champion. You are the first ever from Mexico UFC champion.
To all my people in my country, para toda mi gente mexicana, se pueden lograr los sueños, se pueden lograr, aquí estoy.
Oh, look at
right
this.
hand. Takedown.
Brandon Moreno gets him down. He gets the back. He's got the hooks.
Brandon Moreno's seizing of the flyweight belt last June.
Oh my God, he's got it! He's got it!
Brandon Moreno has done it! Mexico! You got one!
Made him the first Mexican-born champion in UFC history.
¡Viva México, güey! ¡Viva México! ¡Hoy se pudo! ¡Hoy se pudo!
And an immediate celebration was in order.
Cuando a ti te ponen en esa conversación como uno de los mejores deportistas mexicanos de la actualidad, ¿ya te la crees?
Y no, les siento muy bonito cada vez que mencionan también mi nombre entre todos ellos, ¿no?
Pesadito, ¿no?
I did a lot of media tours, interviews.
¿Este sueño te imaginabas algún día conseguirlo, Brandon?
Definitivamente lo imaginaba. No sabía cuánto me iba a costar y no sabía exactamente el tiempo que iba a pasar hasta lograrlo. I went to a lot of different TV shows. Pero todo lo que he sufrido, todo lo que he pasado, los momentos buenos, los momentos malos. Y por fin poder decir, ¿sabes qué lo hice? Campeón. Claro, sin problema. And that's crazy because some TV shows I grew up watching.
Gracias a
Aela, fue un gusto conocerte.
Igualmente.
Muchas gracias por todo. And now I'm part of those shows. I mean, that makes me feel amazing. Qué locura estar aquí contigo, ¿eh? Sí soy muy fan tuyo.
No te preocupes, acá yo soy un dios, todo el mundo me admira, ya estoy acostumbrado.
I had the opportunity to meet the president of my country.
Me da mucho gusto recibir aquí en el despacho presidencial a Brando Moreno, campeón mundial.
That is important because I know I can inspire a lot of coming generations who say, he make it. Maybe I can do the same.
Esto es lo que sabemos lograr los mexicanos.
Podemos llegar a ser, somos poderosos.
Sí.
While Moreno returned home to Mexico as a hero, Davison Figueiredo returned home to Brazil as a former champion and identified the facility he prepared in as the source of what went wrong.
A segunda luta foi o tempo foi o período que eu comprei uma academia em Belém do Pará. Lidar com treino, lidar com obras, lidar com funcionários, e isso acabou mentalmente comigo. Eu decidi dar uma mudança para minha vida total.
Now set to face Brandon Moreno for a third time on January 22nd. Figueiredo has relocated to the United States for focus training with Olympic gold medalist and former UFC double champ, Henry Cejudo.
It's crazy how far he's come, but how much that he's missing. We're gonna go over the Dominic Cruz fight, and he's gonna hate it, but we're gonna watch the Moreno fight. Because you're only as good as your last. O que eu quero mostrar nesta luta pra você, Davison, é a distância, cara. O que importa, cara, é a distância, man. Quando você precisa saber quando entrar. Uma coisa que eu faço bem, minha posição, minha compostura e a distância. E essa foi uma coisa que a gente trabalhou. Vamos chamar ele. Chama, pum! Acertar o joelho. Pá!
He's got it! Looks like it's happened! Brandon Moreno has done it! Brandon Moreno! You have a champion!
Cara, é uma luta que eu não gosto de ver. Esse cara me causa ódio toda vez que eu assisto essa luta.
Ele tá cuidando o seu cinturão.
Vingança vai ser maligna.
Fazer tudo certo pra se vingar.
Davison, the champion, is still in there. The problem is, who's holding him accountable? When you're a champion in your own gym and nobody's challenging and nobody's holding you accountable, you do whatever you want. Faz o sono como que contracta meu corpo, tá ligado? Mas na luta, já precisa você chegar ao jeito onde os piensas que você vai espetar mais o pé. You came here for a reason. We came here to win. You're gonna do as we say as a team. Because there's one thing that I have that's worth more than gold and diamonds, and that's experience.
Cejudo's experience runs so deep in the fight game that he once crossed paths with the very man he is training Figueiredo to defeat.
Take a shot, follow up with a kick.
Offering the former king a unique advantage.
This is a jiu-jitsu match right here. El niño asesino. El asesino de bebés. Brandon Moreno used to be my main training partner. He helped me train for Demetrius Johnson. I know all his strengths and weaknesses. I know how to beat him. I beat him up here at this gym, and I think we have the tools to beat him. Yes. Essa vai ser a chave.
Eu procuro andar, eu busco andar com os campeões. E o Henry Cejudo é um exemplo para mim. E eu tenho certeza que seguindo os mesmos passos dele, eu vou chegar ao sucesso novamente.
Can we get an new?
Like Figueiredo, flyweight champion Brandon Moreno concludes fight preparations in America. And this recurring step in Moreno's training camp is usually when the magnitude of an impending title bout begins to set in.
I'm trying to keep my mindset in the same place like when I went for the belt the first time. You can see a lot of guys, they went to the top and that's it. They lost the inspiration and start to go down again. So right now I'm starting to get inspiration for my country.
Viva Mexico, güey! Viva Mexico!
For my family.
Brandon Moreno, father of 3 girls.
I'm more hungry than ever.
Eso.
With necessary adjustments made in the prime of their careers, Moreno and Figueiredo will go toe-to-toe at UFC 270 for a third time. With 125-pound supremacy on the line.
Good power. Oh! Knockdown for Figueiredo!
As imperfeições que faltaram na última luta, pode ter certeza que eu tô corrigindo para esse jogo de agora. Eu vou estar mais técnico, mais rápido, mais explosivo, pronto para acabar com ele.
I'm expected a better Figueiredo. I'm expected a hungry guy who's trying to get again the belt.
Head kick, he's out! Brandon Moreno!
But at the end of the day, this belt is mine.
Flyweights set the stage for larger-than-life heavyweights as reigning King Francis Ngannou.
The greatest heavyweight in the world! You go into the fire with Ngannou, you go to sleep.
Battles interim champ Cyril Gane in the main event for undisputed glory.
A new star in the making.
When the MMA leader returns to Anaheim on January 22nd.